So let's get back to color, my favorite topic. So I always like to attract my client through color. And so how do you define yourself to your consumers? When you have to all ask yourself that question. It might not be color, it might be another reason, but for me, what stands out is my use of color. And I'm a vibrant person. I'm known for my use of color. I love color in everything that I do, from what I wear, to my images, to just everything around me. I see vibrant color. So I thought, again, that's how I named Beautiful Day. I think of skies, and my logo is a big sun. I'm always looking for good backgrounds and good colors to offset what I'm doing. So by just having imagery like this, I'm going to be attracting clients that love color. I'm going to be attracting clients that want adventure and want fun and spontaneity, because that's what I'm putting out there in the universe, and that's what I'm going to get. So, there's a lot that color says to your client. So we're going to go into a little bit about the psychology of color. So whether you realize it or not, every color that you use, from your website, your marketing, to what you wear, to your images on your website, whatever it is, the color actually is attracting a certain type of person, and it's saying something about you. So we're going to go through a few of the color slides really quick, and I can just tell you, what you're putting out there by your use of color. Let me skip through these guys real quick. Sorry. There's more color. Always trying to find color. All right. So, attracting your client using color. My color that I love is orange. I use a lot of orange in my branding. As you can see, I'm wearing orange today, but my logo, everything is orange. And when I did a study on what orange said about me, it's kind of amazing. It says that I'm independent, competitive, assertive, extroverted, uninhibited, a free spirit. It says I have good social circles and I have an adventurous life. I'm like, awesome, that's totally me. So it's, but by using orange, I'm not just describing me, I'm also attracting that kind of person. So that I thought was really interesting. And after I read about that, I will never change my logo color, or my opening image on my website is always going to have a bunch of orange in it. So I'm just going to go through all the colors for all you guys in case you are interested. What red or fuchsia says about you. It says you're extroverted, passionate, energetic, confident, and optimistic. It's also an attention-seeking color. You can get those bridezillas sometimes in red, and if you want to be the center of attention, usually red is the way to get it. So what yellow says about you. Yellow is a very warm, happy color. I love yellow. I try to get backlit yellows glowing like this in my images. It's just happy. It's a warm, welcoming, cheerful color. It's illuminating and relating to the mind and the intellect. It's a safe color, but it's also a little frivolous, a little happy. Green. Now, green is actually my favorite color, and it's really funny because when you look at green, the description for the use of green is balance, peace, calm, rebirth, renewal, and regrowth, which I probably things that I'm striving for in my life subconsciously. Don't realize it because I'm such a crazy person. I think I'm attracted to green because it calms me. But by using that on your website or your marketing or whatever, that's going to be the image and what you portray to your clients. Blue, obviously sky, water, there's a lot of blue in my images. I live in California. I'm lucky to have a lot of weddings on the beach. So this was actually in Mexico, in Cabo. But blue not only talks about sky and water, but it's a very conservative, reserved, contemplative, positive color. It's also very wedding-y. I mean, you think about something blue, Tiffany blue, it's a very safe color, but it's also a politically correct color. There's not any religions or any groups out there that have, so far, that have an issue with the color blue. And that I know of, unless any of you do that I don't know about. But indigo and violet or purple. When I polled a few wedding coordinators just to find out what if color said anything to them about their brides, and one of them was like, purple means crazy. So I don't know if that's what it is, but it's really funny because when you look at the description of purple, it's unconventional, mysterious, unique, independent, it's kind of out of the box person. It could be strange, weird, who knows, crazy, whatever you want to call it. But purple is, kind of an undefinable color, I guess. So then there's the neutral colors like brown and white and black, and we're going to talk about that really quick. So brown is a masculine color. It evokes nature, trees, wood, genuineness, conservancy. But the cool thing about these neutral colors is that when you pair them with another color, they enhance that color. So if you add brown to an existing color, it's going to kind of give a nature, like a humility to that color, right? Same thing with gray. Gray is a really cool color. It's like the wingman of all colors because it enhances whatever color it's put with. So gray adds like a level of sophistication and exclusivity to a color. They say it's neutral, clean, modern. Creative people use gray a lot. You think silver, you think like Apple computers. It's just like a kind of a very, like a sophisticated color. And we'll talk about black and white real quick and then move on, but black doesn't always have to mean death and mourning if you use it correctly. I personally didn't use black on my website. A lot of photographers do because it's a great way to pop your images. It's like a great portfolio background. But you know, it can also be very somber and moody, but it can also mean elegance and black tie. So it just depends on how you use it. For me, on my website, I'm all about color. My images are full screen. They're just like bam, right in your face. And so I didn't want to use a black background. And finally, white. Obviously, wedding dress. White is always just considered pure and innocent and represents truth and cleanliness. It's, you know, for me, when I think of white, I think of like a really clean, crisp website. I think of actually Martha Stewart. I think of like that kind of really clean, perfect blog, and that works for a lot of people. So going back to this, you guys need to just ask yourself, like, what colors are you putting out there? What are you using in your imagery on your website, your marketing materials? Because did you like have a reason for choosing those colors? Were you just feeling green that day? Did you realize that it's actually saying something about you by the use of color? It's really interesting when you actually read up on what it's saying about you. So just be aware of the message that you're giving off.